Welcome. I'm delighted that you are here at this free virtual retreat, Infinite Life Force. Reduce stress and supercharge your energy to thrive. I'm Corrinda Tailor, your host, and hopefully you've carved out some time just for you to learn about some great energy techniques. And make sure you have your journal and pen handy, because I'm sure you're going to want to take some notes. Now, I'm seeing a lot of imbalance in the world, and this is causing stress levels to rise. And I've created this retreat so you can learn energy techniques to help you reduce stress fast and increase your energy. Today, my guest, Laron GS, is going to help you do that. And I was called to invite Laron to the retreat because he's an experienced leader with several energy healing methods. Laron GS is a past life regression hypnotherapist trained in QHHT by Dolores Cannon, an energy healer, out-of-body explorer and teacher and spiritual coach from New Zealand. In 2020, he was published as a contributing author for the Amazon bestseller, Life Wisdom Word Search, Yoga for the Brain. Today, Laron will be sharing his knowledge of how to reduce stress and increase your energy. Welcome, Laron. It's fabulous to have you here.
It's great to be here.
Okay, so please tell us a little bit about yourself. You know, how did you get to be who you are today, and how do you serve?
I think what first started it was one of my sisters gave me a book back in 2004. It was about Atlantis existing in the Antarctic in relation to the 2012 phenomena. And it was by Rand Flemeth. And that kind of took me on a journey of researching this topic, and I got more books, and it kind of opened me up because some of these books had metaphysical information in them. And some of my family are involved in healing and astrology. And at the same time, I started doing some healing, like on friends and family. I put my hands on them and then their pain would go away. And this was quite a while ago. And over the years, I decided to get some education around that and investigate it more. And it kind of led me down this path. And you could say it was kind of an awakening at that point. And I also explored Gnosticism. There was a group in Sydney that I attended, and that was quite interesting as well. And that really brought me here.
Wonderful. And so you're going to share some information with our viewers on reducing stress and increasing your energy. So how do you perceive stress?
So I see stress as a result of thoughts that keep repeating about a specific situation, whether that situation is in the past or going on right now, or it could even be in the future because you keep thinking about it. So you can also get multiple situations occurring that adds on to the level of stress. And while there's a variety of methods to reduce the stress, what tends to occur is that you're not fixing the reason behind why the stress develops. So it keeps on returning.
Okay. And what would you recommend to reduce stress?
So my first recommendation is meditation. But meditation, not just for an immediate fix, but a long-term solution. So there are many ways to deal with really stressful situations in combination with meditation. And I think today I'm going to talk about journaling, grounding, clearing and protecting your energy, and then meditation with Binaural Beats.
Fabulous. Well, yeah, I'm a huge fan of meditation. It's part of my daily practice, and I know the benefits, including, you know, it's one of the best techniques really for your brain as well to keep it healthy. So lots of benefits there, and grounding is also one of the things I do every day. So what is grounding?
Okay, so grounding is bringing your awareness back into your physical body. That's how I see it. So we made a choice to be born into this world as a dense being, and what usually happens is that when we get older, our life experiences tend to accumulate through our emotional reactions to events. And this creates energetic blocks throughout our chakras and energetic system. So we basically get stuck in our heads unless we're doing regular meditation. and being in the now. And grounding helps us center ourselves, bringing our focus back to the local energies of the land and nature, out of the field of thoughts, basically. So we connect back with the earth that we live on. That energy is always available and can help us in so many ways, including healing. Yeah.
Wonderful. And what are some of the methods of grounding?
So firstly, get out into nature, step away from human-made structures and start by focusing on the senses. So what do you see around you? What do you hear? Are there any smells? What do you feel under your feet, or when you touch a tree or gently hold the leaf of a plant? So keep the thoughts out of your head as you ground into nature. And you may even receive communication or a message from a plant or a tree. And what is it telling you? Because that information may help you ground even further. So it's especially important to have bare feet as you walk and step on grass or sand or on the beach, or soil in your garden, or on a forest floor, for example. One of my favorite methods of grounding is wading through the ocean. So water's up to your knees and you go parallel to the shore. And so this is not only a good exercise, but you have the combination of sand and the energy of the salt water as well. So the ocean can be very healing. So you could lay on your back on the grass or on the sand with a cushion, and just have your palms face down and tap into your senses. So you're not thinking, and that can be quite helpful. So it's also important to ground if you need to spend a bit of time out of your body. If you tend to spend a bit of time, so like when you're dreaming, you may have lucid dreams or out-of-body experiences. It's especially important to ground each day. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. Yeah.
Great, thank you. And you also mentioned journaling, and obviously many of our viewers might have already tried that technique, but it'd be really good for you to explain how you see journaling helps with reducing stress.
Okay. So when the mind is racing, you can't get a thought pattern out of your head, and it can really help to grab an empty exercise book and start writing down your thoughts that pop into your mind. So there's many benefits of doing this on top of reducing the stress. So it can boost your immune system and help you become healthier, as our emotions are at the foundation of our health, as stress can lead to disease forming in the body. Journaling has been shown to improve your memory, and it can change your mood, giving you the motivation to drive and to go out and do something meaningful and constructive. And that can bring you happiness as well. And it leads to inspiration. So you may have heard of automatic writing, where you can tap into a stream of consciousness and channel information from your higher self or even a guide, so we can get ideas for projects and hobbies, our passions, and then start implementing them. And journaling can lead to improving the quality of your emotional intelligence. So as you slow down to a pace where you can just process your emotions from writing about them. This also leads to an increase in self-awareness, and that can help with developing empathy and better intuition, like intuiting the actions and reactions of others. So when you really understand someone else through emotional intelligence, you can build a deeper connection, have more successful communication and interaction. So while noting down your issues, if you ask yourself what you're grateful for, and then write out the answers, this can be really effective at increasing positivity and stepping away from negativity that may be lingering inside the thought patterns. And when you are living positive, you are also naturally raising your vibration. And this is part of the skill of manifestation and attracting into your life amazing opportunities and even relationships. So it's important that you use a pen or pencil and not do it electronically. You need that physical grounded connection alongside the pace that keeps you focused. And you're also tapping into your creativity, as your handwriting is an art form. And it doesn't matter if you consider yourself a terrible writer. That's not the point. Like I have trouble understanding my writing, but I don't let it stop me from journaling. So I suggest letting whatever come up for you. Think about why you were stressed, what is upsetting you, write the answer down. And as you keep going with it, it just naturally happens and you'll begin to relax and feel a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. You know, very much for self-expression. Journaling is very good for that. And also the creativity part is really important as well, because, you know, when our creative energies aren't flowing, we actually do get quite blocked as well.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. So journaling has lots of benefits, and maybe some of our viewers weren't aware of all the benefits. But yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
So you'll move on now to why it's important for us to clear and protect our energy.
Yeah. So most days we encounter the energy of others. Whatever we're doing, like we could be shopping or just out and about. And that energy is a combination of many things, including the thought patterns that are creating, which manifest and can continue on existing within or close to the energy field, even when they are not thinking about such thoughts. And that energy can affect our own thoughts and mood. There's also other energies to be aware of, including aspects of one ego, which have been fed and grown into a type of consciousness, which also inhabits the energetic space of individuals, and which again can affect us. And there's earthbound spirits hanging around, entities of various kinds that can latch on and use our energy, but also influence our habits and moods. So it's really important to clear ourselves a few times a day. I recommend 3 times a day, and put up a tub of energetic shield afterwards.
Okay. No, that's really interesting. And how do you clear away those energies?
So there's a lot of methods you can use. Something most of us are familiar with is the feeling and experience of a shower with the water coming down from above, covering our bodies, which we use to clean ourselves. So we can use that memory as a visualization to also clear our energy. So just think of standing under the water, whether it's a waterfall, a shower, with the water coming down from above, and have the intention that the water is clearing away anything that does not belong. And intention is always key with everything we do. So be open that there may be things that you're not aware of sitting in your energy field or close by, which doesn't belong and can be washed away. And you want to clear away all the negative energies and have your energy return to its natural state, but also be refreshed and energized.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, I certainly do that each day in the shower, because I do know the importance of washing away and cleansing ourselves.
Do you also sometimes get some messages?
Yes.
At that point, yeah.
Yes, definitely. And it's because we are actually spending time in the alpha state often when we're in the bathroom, which gives us a lot of ideas that come through.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get a song pop into my head, and it'll be a song I wasn't listening to recently. And what I'll do is look up the lyrics, and it'll be like a message, a personal message from me for the day. And it's quite interesting.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you. And how do you protect your energy after?
So right after clearing your energy, one method can be used with a shield of protection. So just, move into a golden pyramid, and 3 layers is best here. So the first layer can be gold. The second and third can be any color that you feel is appropriate, or you could just use gold or white. So you see yourself within the 3 pyramids, which includes all of your energy, such as your aura, your subtle layers, or anything else that you know is part of your energy. And the intention of the pyramid is to keep out anything that does not belong. So anything that may drain you or use your energy or harm you in any way. And you only want positivity in your experience. So you may have other intentions that you want to include. So set your intentions, step into those pyramids, And that's a really good way of protection. And of course, you want to probably do that at least 3 times a day.
Fabulous. Yes, I'm familiar with the pyramids. Yeah, we can invite in green energy for healing if we feel that we need some additional healing. White's very good for protection, and pink can be very good for psychic messages and tuning in more with our intuition. And yeah, I think it's important for people to connect with colors, isn't it? Because that can be therapy.
Yeah,
and
definitely. Yeah. So when I was studying energy healing, I was taught all about how to use colors. And what I found is that it's great to start off with, but then you'll get that intuitive sense of what color to use, whatever you're doing, such as with protection. Yeah.
So, Laron, how long should you do these visualizations?
So do them for however long that feels intuitively right, but it could just be 30 seconds. Because if you've done this quite a few times, it becomes really fast. Otherwise, if you're just starting out, then maybe a minute or 2 minutes. So yeah, the more confidence you have with doing this, the faster the process will be.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty simple techniques that you can easily apply into your day, but it's just getting into a bit of a habit, isn't it?
It is, and having the motivation as well.
Yeah, and I guess that's what's good about the shower, because it's normally something we do daily. So we can make our energy protection, clearing processes a habit. You know, even when we're showering, maybe do it all at the same time or something. Have a cue that sort of helps people.
And if you had a bath and not showered, then you could also think of the ocean instead and the waves coming over you.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks for that. And you've also shared with our viewers that you were going to be talking about meditation and binaural beats.
Yep.
So what are binaural beats?
So these are audio recordings that help you reach a relaxed and mindful state faster and more efficiently than just meditation without the use of sound. So you could say they are a shortcut for people getting into meditation. And the way they are put together is that there is a sound coming from the left ear, which is a different sound to the one coming from the right. So the sound frequency is the difference between those two frequencies. So a pure tone is generated at the base frequency, and it goes in one ear, and the base frequency plus the desired beat frequency goes in the other ear. And this means stereo headphones are really important. So the two tones combine in the brain, producing a beat frequency. That is the difference between the two pure tones. So the beat frequency that you hear drives your brain wave pattern towards the beat frequency. So an altered state is an altered state of consciousness is then, you know, you gain that. And it's very similar and effective to a practiced meditation state. So what I mean is that if you're doing meditation for years, you can reach that state faster with the help of the binaural beats. So I just want to quickly tell you a story that I heard from Tom Campbell about Buddhist monks who started using binaural beats. So I'll just first explain who Tom is. So Tom's a physicist who worked for NASA and the Department of Defense at one stage in his career. And he was initially a student of at the Monroe Institute in Virginia in the USA, which is a center for consciousness exploration with an emphasis on out-of-body experiences. So in the early days of the center, he helped Bob Monroe, who created the Monroe Institute, develop HemiSync. And that's the name they gave their binaural beat program. So over time, Tom explored a great deal while out of body, and he wrote the book My Big Toe, which is his theory about everything, which is what TOE stands for. So he's since traveled the globe doing a lot of workshops and spiritual metaphysical teachings, as he just advanced a lot from his out-of-body work in combination with the meditation. So at one stage in one of his workshops, a group of Buddhist monks came along, and he got them using binaural beats for the first time. And the feedback he received from them was that they were able to achieve states of meditation in a very short period of time, which usually takes the monks years to achieve. So it can be quite effective.
Yes, well, I actually have quite a lot of experience with the binaural beats because it's my daily meditation practice that has those in there. And
That's
I'm
great.
aware of that research about the Buddhist monks because it actually, yeah, supertracks your ability to meditate like a Buddhist monk. So
Yeah.
it's really interesting, that research.
Yeah.
So should you use binaural beats forever?
So it's important to understand that they're kind of like a crutch. So for those that meditate long term while using them, say for a few years, maybe 2 years, it will benefit to let them go at some point and just continue on with meditation. Otherwise, you can run into a wall with a wall that limits your progression with the meditation. So at that point, you'll know, because like right now, you're probably thinking, well, when should I stop? But yeah, you'll know at that point because you'll get better at meditating. You'll see the limits that the sounds bring.
Yeah. One of the benefits I really enjoy about meditation is, it really helps us be the observer and witness what's going on
Yeah.
in our life. And so then we can make better choices for ourselves. So if we've had a stress response during our day, meditation can help us process our day by helping us witness what went on.
You look at it differently, don't you? Once you get into the meditation, you'll see, why people act a certain way and why you act a certain way as well.
Yeah, so meditation just has so many benefits. And what meditation should you use with the binaural beats?
So my recommendation is a single point of focus. So with whatever you are focusing on, it's important to let go of any thoughts that enter the head and keep your concentration on that single point of focus. So you could be focused on your breath, or you could be repeating a mantra internally or out loud. And if you use a mantra, I think it's important to have one that has no actual meaning. Otherwise, you can distract yourself with the meaning and also put energy into manifesting what the mantra may be saying. So a favorite mantra of mine for meditation is Fa, Ra, On. So you take a deep breath, and I'll just repeat this now. So you go Fa, and you do that for however long you can have that breath last, and then you move on to with another breath, Ra, and you finish with On. And if you just keep repeating that with your eyes closed in a meditation with the binaural beats, that can be quite effective. But you can use any mantra there, because there'll be some that just won't resonate or they won't feel right because the vibration needs to suit you. Yeah.
So it's really connecting with what resonates for the person, isn't it? And everyone's quite individual in terms of their meditation practice.
That's right. Another thing with the mantras is that they can stimulate a specific chakra based on the sound, and that can bring certain psychic experiences or abilities. And some mantras can even be used to recall dreams upon waking, which is quite interesting.
Fabulous. And how long should you meditate for?
So if you're starting out, I'd say 20 minutes a day for a week, and then maybe move to 20 to 30 minutes a day, twice a day after that. And maybe after about a month or so, aim for 30, 45 minutes or longer, and of course twice a day as well. But when you've reached about 20 or 30 minutes of meditating where you have no thoughts come up, then you know you're really succeeding and you're really doing well with the meditation. Yeah.
No pressure, but yeah, that's what we that's
yeah,
what we aim
you
for, isn't it?
when you start out, it's like, yeah, there's a thought, there's a thought, and yeah, it seems like it's really difficult, but the more you do it, just like with anything, just like with athletes, the better you get at it.
That's right. It's just like building a muscle, isn't it?
Exactly.
Wonderful. Thank you. And what do you think drains people's energy?
So there's so many things that drain people's energy. So I've put together a list. I'll just go through a list I've got. Taking things personally, so holding on to the past and overthinking is a big one. Checking your phone on a regular basis. So I recommend having a set time to check in on notifications or emails or social media. Otherwise, you get into a really bad habit, and that can be quite draining. Sleeping in can do it. So there's apps you can get for your phone that monitor your sleep and can tell you the best time to wake up. So if you don't know how long you should sleep, try one of those apps. Having a poor diet and also the chemicals that you may be consuming directly or indirectly, such as through shampoo, sunscreen, laundry powder, and so on. Complaining, gossiping, having a negative attitude, which can, kind of indicate you're in the victim archetype, which is something to focus on with healing. That can be quite draining. Trying to please others all the time, and your environment can drain you. So if you think of feng shui or the ley lines, which could include the elements such as too much water in the area, like an underground river. EMF radiation not only affects your health, but drains the energy, such as from your smartphones, laptops, Wi-Fi devices, and energetic blocks based on emotional reactions to events that you haven't let go of. So basically, that's what energy healing helps with. And those events can include karma and past lives as well. And not living in the now. So, we need to learn the power of now. Yeah.
Yeah, and the power of now is important, living in this present moment, because it stops us from stressing about something that occurred in the past, but also helps us not get anxious about something that's potentially in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the techniques you've actually shared, meditation, the shower cleansing, grounding, journaling, they all bring you back to the present moment.
They do,
so
yeah.
That's really important for people who are thinking about, well, what's draining my energy at the moment?
Yeah.
They can have a look at, or consider, is there anything that's taking them out of their present moment, out of the now?
Yeah.
But that was really good list of things that can drain our energy, and our viewers might want to journal down, some of those things from that list that they're noticing is happening in their environment.
Yeah. They even want to repeat the recording that they view to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Come back to this part in the recording to do that. Okay, and what increases energy?
So again, there's so many things, but what I'll focus on is energetic based. So that could be receiving a healing. So that's a great way to remove blocks that have built up in the minor and major energy centers, and also the central energy channel. And this also leads to your energetic body becoming more aligned, more balanced, and closer to its natural state. And there's also the subtle layers, such as the etheric, emotional, mental, and spiritual, which are worked on in energy healing. But today I want to focus on energy work, which is a form of self-healing where you target your minor and major energy centers with visualizations. And that's what I've put together a recording on for that purpose. Yeah.
Wonderful. So this is your retreat experience that you'd like to share with the viewers?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fabulous. So are you going to lead us into an energy healing experience?
So yeah, I can do that now, and I can take you through a number of processes for that. Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, you lead the way, because I do know that this is probably a bit of time that we're going to take here, because we really want our viewers to have a wonderful, relaxing experience. So we're going to switch off our cameras, and that way our audience can get relaxed and have a moment to themselves.
Yeah,
Thanks.
with no distractions there. Okay, so with a blanket nearby in case you need it, and with loose fitting clothing on and no socks, just lie down on a sofa or a bed or somewhere comfortable. And get as comfortable as you can, repositioning your body as required, and close your eyes. To center yourself, through your nose if you can, just take one deep breath with the air going all the way in, and see if you can sense its passage inside your belly as it rises. And then breathe out through your mouth. So there are hundreds of minor energy centers throughout the body, and some of those are in the feet. What we want to do now is activate the energy in the feet by using a visualization. And to cater for everyone, you can use your hands instead if you have to. So just listen to the following technique and use it on your hands if you need to. In your mind, think of a 4-inch wide paintbrush that painters would use to paint the wall of a house. This brush has a golden handle with energetic bristles that may be silver or white. That's up to you. This brush also has an engraving on the front at the base of the handle, and that engraving is of a white dolphin. This brush is able to activate, clear, and move any stagnant or blocked energy within you. It can also help you to balance, heal, and align your energy. Now make this brush a little bit larger so its bristles are slightly wider than the width of your feet. And with the focus on your left foot, visualize yourself brushing your foot, starting from the bottom, like you are painting the sole of your foot. But the difference here is that the energetic bristles go through into your foot at least a few inches. So move this brush so your toes all the way to the top of your foot and then back down, all the way to your heel and out the bottom. Keep moving this brush up, out the top, and then back down, out the bottom, and do this slowly, up and down, up and down, like you were painting with a real brush, and slowly increasing the speed as you get used to the movement. And you may feel the movement of energy during this process. So keep that up, and I'll return in 2 minutes. And remember that you're activating, clearing, and energizing the energy in your foot. So now it's time to brush your right foot. Visualize yourself brushing your foot from the bottom to the top. The energetic bristles going through into your foot, moving up to your toes and out the top, then back down all the way to your heel and out the bottom. So at first, repeat this slowly, up and down, up and down. And now I will again return in 2 minutes as you continue to do this. Now I want you to recenter yourself. First, think of a rainbow. Use those colors as you breathe in through your nose if you can, taking one deep breath, seeing air as an energetic rainbow coming into you, with the air going all the way in as your belly rises, and then breathe out through your mouth. And when you breathe out through your mouth, the color of the energy may change. Just go with whatever feels right as you release that energy and air. It's now time to do some energy work on the solar plexus chakra. But first, it's important to learn some information about it or be reminded if you're already aware. So you can understand the connection to increasing your energy better with this information. The energetic focus is that of identity and connection to the ego. It holds our personal power. A strong and healthy solar plexus helps us to stand up for ourselves when interacting with others. Our secrets, fears, personal ambitions, sense of responsibility and respect for our own strengths and weaknesses are all tied into the energy center of this chakra. Cindy Dale states it functions as the storage house for the judgments, opinions, and beliefs we have gathered about ourselves and the world. These judgments, in turn, affect our self-esteem and self-confidence, Our intuition is closely connected to the center as we develop more of a sense of self and start to take notice of that gut instinct. The state of this chakra does cause us to keep checking in to evaluate our sense of self-worth to the world. As we build upon our personal power, we step away from the authority laid down upon us from society. And as we enhance the center, our spirit and energy body becomes stronger. We can sometimes naturally leave behind attachments to negative situations and people as we step more into our power. So the solar plexus is located over the adrenal glands just below the sternum and extends down to the navel. So now I want you to visualize a yellow lotus flower that is closed with its petals pointing inwards, sitting right over your solar plexus. And as for the size and width, just make it as wide as the sides of your body. And if you're not sure of what a lotus flower looks like, just think of a flower that you remember which has petals. So a narrow, bright, stimulating light, a white light, now begins to emit from its center, the center of the lotus flower, in both directions, going straight up and straight down through you, under your back. It's a light that doesn't stop, brightly beaming out in both directions with no end. The petals of the flower ever so slowly open, gradually revealing its center as the light expands further from the middle, becoming wider and brighter. Your solar plexus is opening, and it is powerful. You are powerful. The petals are just about fully open now, and so is the solar plexus chakra. The brilliant white light shimmers. It's radiant, it's real, and it's your power. So now we're going to do some energy work on the solar plexus. Just think of the sun and visualize a bright yellow sphere of energy hovering above your body, a bit wider than your waist. It sparkles. It shimmers. It glows with a touch of white within the yellow. See the ball of energy move down slowly through your solar plexus and out the bottom of your back, and then reverse the direction, bringing it back through all the way up above you. Keep repeating this process. Again, we want the energy to shift inside your energy center, activating and clearing to help with healing and to align and balance that chakra down and up, gradually becoming faster. And you can move the speed to whatever feels comfortable. And again, I will return in 2 minutes as you repeat that process. And that's the end of this session. You should now feel quite relaxed, but also energized, full of energy. And remember, you are a powerful being and nothing can take that away from you.
Thank you.
How do you feel now?
I'm feeling very relaxed and rejuvenated.
That's great.
It was a really great experience. Thank you. I'm sure our viewers got a lot out of that as well.
Yeah.
It's quite deep. So, Laron, you've actually shared quite a few methods with viewers today. What do you recommend in terms of them implementing them into their life?
I'd say go with what feels right. So there was a lot of information and a lot of techniques. And with the gift I'm offering, there'll be another guided process there. So go through it all, try that gift as well. And just see what feels right to start doing. But yeah, I think it comes down to meditation is really important. And if you can get motivated into meditating daily, and you should start off slowly, you shouldn't just do it all at once, or it will be overwhelming for most people and you'll just give up because it's too much. But yeah, getting to meditation, keep that up. And it's kind of a lifelong thing. But you may get periods of time where you have to stop because things happen. But you don't be afraid to return to it, and don't feel bad if you're, you've kind of gone backwards or anything like that. That could be natural as well. But just like muscle memory, you'll get back to it really fast. Yeah.
Great, really good points. Thank you. And you mentioned that you are offering a fabulous gift for our viewers. And for our viewers, you can access the link to that on the same page that this session is available. So click on that link to access Laron's free gift. And Laron, would you be able to tell us a little bit about your free gift, please?
So it's a guided meditation that has a binaural beat in the background, and it incorporates a number of elements that I brought up today. A little bit different, or a lot different to what I just did, but basically it helps you relax and then clear and protect your energy. And then there's a bit of a grounding part to it, and then a mantra to repeat at the end. So that mantra will be good practice for meditation.
Wow, that sounds really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So for the viewers again, you just click on the link to access Laron's free gift. So Laron, it's been absolutely wonderful spending time with you today. And I'm sure that our viewers, have received a lot of benefit from the methods that you've offered. And hopefully they're, raring to go to implement some of them in their day.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
No, that's been wonderful. And yeah, I'd love to hear from any of the viewers in the Future Transcendence Community Facebook group on, what's your key takeaway from this session with Laron? And yeah, once again, Laron, thank you. Is there anything you'd like to add just as a final wrap up to the session?
Just one thing. So like I finished with that process before, we are very powerful beings. It's just we don't realize it because we get stuck in day-to-day life, and there's certain circumstances and conditions that we come into a life or situation with, and that includes the people that help bring us up. But in the end, we can access another part of ourselves, and we can release a lot of blocks that bring us back to who we truly are. And that is a really powerful being. So that can help us not just, with the stress, but also being quite energetic and moving ahead. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And to everyone, please enjoy the retreat.